Morning, children. We're just weighing lambs again because apparently anything above 40 wants to be gone. Prices are actually really good. Dead weight prices were really good, weren't they? Go on. Go on. Anyone will do.
Pulse is racing, feel the rush, body aching, final push, final push, final push, final push, final push. Body time is ticking, pressure's on, stepping up, game on, 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 down, game on, game on, game on, game on, down. You're indestructible, you swim against it.
So there's 15 Lamborghinis here, and these are all girls, and these are the ones that are being turned back out. So anything above 40 kilos is going, because prices are that good. Even if you kept them for a heavier weight, you might not get as much money for them. So glad we tied it up because there's nothing to bang into. So the little this here, the lip is in the way. See this? It just stops that steel up there sitting perfectly on top of it. So we're having to saw all of the top ones off just to make sure it sits on top of it properly. It fits inside of the other ones, so they all sit square. Legends! Oh, it's windy, I need to get down. Somebody asked me why did I chop the top of my hat off. That's why. Because I wanted my hair up here. Has any of you ever had to put two hats on because you're so pathetic because you get earache because it's windy? Asking for a friend. I look so cool right now. Got a really large head. I think I'm alright with it. Fit all my brains in. Also asking for a friend. When they say go and do an apprenticeship, do they mean exactly what I'm doing now, which is running around fetching tools for people? Because I am an apprentice right now, and I think I deserve a qualification after this. Shed building extraordinaire. MCV, VRS, whatsoever. So I'm just going on a mini road trip in the middle of building work to take the lambs to Kirkby auction. So I'm just checking tyre pressures. I know I shouldn't be proud of myself, but I am. Can I just show you my reversing skills to this post? This is a person who can't reverse at all. Not even a bit. Right, let's see how I get on. My own brilliance astounds me. I'm joking, if anyone was thinking to be serious. All I want is for these sheep to behave. We'll see. Yesterday I lifted something really heavy that I shouldn't have done. I've actually hurt my arm. I was falling asleep last night thinking, you idiot, you absolute idiot. And that's what I was thinking, that I am an idiot. Right, let's see if I can get these sheep in here. Right, lady girls, turn around. Watch the wheelbarrow. Go on, girls. Hey. Girls, come on now. Go on, ladies. Come on, girls, get in. There's room up the front, come on. Move your asses. Hey. Thank you. That's a no. Hi, kitties. How are you? So I am going to the brewery. I might take my second hat off just so I don't look like a complete idiot. So what happens when we go to the brewery is we collect the brewer's grain, which is this stuff. So I need to empty out the trailer. I need to learn how to reverse because that is like a mile away. So I'll just grab the Bobcat with the bucket on. I'll stick it next to that trailer, empty the stuff that's left over in, and then go and get some new, nice, lovely, fresh stuff. Oh, this never starts, hence why I'm talking to you now. We've just taken the lambs to Kirkby auction, see how they do tonight. Roy is currently still trying to put panels in with Dean. They're not quite fitting as well as we want them to. Oh, it's my first time. It's an absolute miracle, miracle. Very quickly, no. While we're on the subject of safety, somebody did mention, in fact 2 people mentioned the other day when I showed the loft with the grain on. Sorry, it stinks. Oh, the trap door, that was it. I showed down there and someone said, can you not put a grid over it to stop you falling in? The trap door, it's not, hold on, let me show you. It isn't square all the way down. It tapers in, and at the bottom there is a grid. It's not like open. That isn't a square that goes down. It kind of goes in, and then at the bottom there's a grid that obviously you can't see because it's right down underneath the grain. But there is no way of falling in. Well, there is a way of falling in there, but you'd be stood on top of the thing. You wouldn't be touching the crusher at all. It's such a distance between here and below. I don't think that at the time I cleared that up, just because I haven't been up here since, to be perfectly honest. We are running out of barley up here, so we're going to need to get some more blown in, which is going to be fun. So it is night time and I am just watering the kids. Boys all in here, now getting on really, really well. Thank goodness. Geld sheep in here and special case in there that needs feeding up. So he's on his own because actually he's been bullied by the girls, believe it or not. So yeah, just filling waters up, a really handy tap here. Really, really, really good idea to put this in the handling system, to be perfectly honest, because we've used it more than anything as pens for keeping stock in at different stages. He's just really cross that he's not being fed. Really cross. So I have just been to Screwfix to get a special grinder kind of thing, an attachment to go on the grinder to be able to take the tops off some of the panels that we're putting in for the robot rooms, because the steels are just not quite fitting smoothly enough for the screws to go through nicely, the bolts to go through nicely. So just taking the tops off, and also any uneven channel lids that we have. we're just going to grind them so they're all smooth and perfect before concreting. So that's this morning's job for the guys on the building site, and me and Roy have just come to Chapel Hill and we're just mucking out and throwing the cows out as per usual. They're boring. Oh, lambs last night, I'll put how much they made on the screen. They were a lesser price. They were a lesser lamb though. They were all lighter lambs, so obviously they didn't make as much as the week before. But yeah, do you know what, even if you were to keep them that little bit extra in time, there's always a chance that the sheep price will go down, lamb price will go down, and then you'll get less money anyway. So yeah, they weren't too bad, not too disappointed. And actually this year's little lambs sold for the same price as last year's really decent ones. So but Roy has just picked this up off the floor. The cow has obviously just pulled it out, so we have one tag missing off the farm. So we will get a brand new one ordered and get that shoved in straight away. So in years gone by, we used to choose a button tag, which is a little tiny round one, and a bigger one where you could read the number. And then in latter years, to be perfectly honest, we scrapped the button tags off completely because they did pull them out an awful lot. They must have just got caught on things easily. But if they did pull a big tag out and you were left trying to read a little tiny button tag, it was a bit of a pain in the ass. So we ended up putting two of these in. So we put a large one and a slightly smaller one in, and it just meant that if they pulled one out, you could still read the other to be able to order the tag. I have done numerous videos on actual tags, types of tags for different animals, the legalities behind tags. I'll maybe put a link to a TikTok video below, or even go and find the TikTok video and insert it here, just to give you that brief overview, but I won't go into it too much because I've done it all before. So yesterday you saw me go to the brewery to collect the brewer's grade, and then on the way back, to be honest, I was in so much of a rush because we had that much to get on with, that I never ended up explaining what the hell it is. So this stuff that you can see here is malting barley. So it is a specific barley that is grown for the purpose of making beer. Well, basically what happens if they have a huge silver tower full of this stuff and they fill it with water, boiling water, and then they also have a huge tower full of hops and they fill that with boiling water and they soak both, and then they do something to it. It's very technical. It's not as easy as I'm making out, but for the purposes of the video, they take the water off after it's been soaked, and that then goes into the beer making process, added chemicals, etc., etc., to make different tastes and whatnot. This here is the leftover stuff from the brewery. Now this is a waste product. People get this taken away in like biffa bins. Yes, it's been soaked, and no, it doesn't have, I suppose, the full feed value of just normal crushed barley. But when it was COVID, and obviously all the restaurants and pubs and things shut down, and there was no brewing industry, literally the whole brewery just shut down, we knew when we didn't have this. Now, we didn't realise how useful it was to us in the past until we didn't have it, and God, did we miss it. It is such a useful thing. We have been going and getting this now for, do you know what, I want to say 10 years, maybe even more. What do we actually feed the animals? You'll have seen us crushing barley. So that there is a mix. If you think of Joe Seal's mix, but without the mixer, we just do it by hand. It's just the Yoko way, isn't it? We're up north, aren't we? So that is crushed barley, as you can see, the white bits, the brewer's grain, which is malting barley that's been soaked, that's the brown bits, and then grass silage underneath. And they just chomp away on that, and by tomorrow, all that will be gone. We don't ever push anything on too hard. We don't really tend to use hard feed either, if I'm perfectly honest. We do if we're pushing youngsters on. So the youngsters at home in the big shed, they have a creep feeder full of hard feed from the feed store, but these guys, that's all they're on. Somebody also asked me when I was explaining where I got my masks from. To be perfectly honest, you can get these from, oh my God, it was a mouse. That was actual horror. Did you see it? Did you see it? I just wasn't expecting it, that was all. Now I know it's there. Where are you? Gone. I picked this one up from the Cramp open day that we went on. Do you remember when I went down to the factory with Ollie and Siobhan and Kat from Hills Green? I met Tom Pemb and, you know, Super Serious Farmer, Welsh Farmer. Caleb was there doing a book signing. Honestly, all the guys were there. Everyone was there. Baldy's Farm. There was a huge list of us. Anyway, I just picked that up off one of the stands. The last said I could have it. But yeah, if you want them, you can pretty much pick them up from anywhere. But yeah, I got this one from Cramp. So I've just been to Pennines in town to pick up some paint for the Merlot. Because I had a slight accident in the silage pit and gave it a bit of a scratch, and we want to keep it nice. So yeah, it is synthetic resin paint. I have just been sat in the car when Roy was going in to tax a car in the post office, and I've just been reading an article about that farmer that's been fined £5,000 because a lady and a gentleman walked in his field with a public right of way across, disturbed a cow and calf, got trampled, broke a thumb, a rib, and had some bruising, and now he's been fined £5,000. I just don't quite know how. Like, I don't seem to have words. What was the man meant to do to protect himself? He then says there was signage, but it had been destroyed by other walkers. Like, there was a sign saying, you know, cows and calves in field, be careful, or whatever. But it had been destroyed by other walkers. Like, the public right-of-way thing is absolutely crazy when it comes to you thinking that your right to go somewhere is above common sense and your own safety. Like, I don't know. I just don't really understand. And we are so lucky we have no public rights of way. But why would you put yourself in danger just to exercise a right of walking across a field when you could just walk across another one without a cow and a calf in? I can't. The mind boggles. It really, really does. Like, wow. Just wow. Dina's spent a lot of time and energy making this flat. And then we're now digging a hole in it. It just seems so backwards. This is about the limit of my skills on a digger. I was thinking he might let me have a go though. I just feel being a digger driver is my calling. I have a flat tyre. I haven't seen it, but I think I can tell it's that one. Like when I stop and do that, take the blade up, can you feel it goes and bounces? So we'll see when I get off and see if I've got a flat tyre, because I think I do. Are you ready? Listen, watch. Do you see? It's not meant to do that. It doesn't look that bad. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Look. Flat as a pancake. Boy is gonna love me being the bearer of bad news, isn't he? We have a flat tyre.
I think that back left one.
No, the front one is flat as a pancake.
How's it going flat?
I don't know. Stand on it and find out. Like, as in flat, flat, flat. There's nothing in it. Flat, flat, flat. You won't believe me. Am I going to stand here I'm waiting for that plane to come back. No earphones in so I can hear it coming. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Dean's taken what I thought was going to be my job. Thought I'd be good on a digger. Right, I'm inside making tea. Thank you all so much for watching. As per usual, I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tomorrow, we are putting the bases in for the cubicle, so that's going to be mega exciting. So, love you long time, and I'll see you next time.